I would like to introduce the idea of power dynamics within architecture. It is a subject that has been on my mind for some time now. The notion that architecture holds the reins, dictating how we navigate through spaces without offering us alternatives. Architecture is a realm steeped in power, authority, and boundaries, concepts that are often overlooked or manifest in ways that aren't immediately apparent. For this exploration, I shall focus on a specific architect, Craig Elwood, and I should start by saying that I have mixed feelings about Elwood as an architect. At first, I doubted him because I read somewhere that he hadn't even studied architecture, but after some research, I found out that other major architects like Mies van der Rohe, Le Corbusier, Frank Lloyd Wright, and Tadao Ando didn't go to school either. Still, I am not sure of my opinion about Craig Elwood.
Somehow felt, I don't know why, that I was arrogant. Also at that time in my career, I was not, although I had won international design awards in architecture, I didn't have a license. So architects, for the most part, because of all my publication, and I say all this modestly, many of them were envious of me, and whenever they could put me down, they did.
By choosing once again a male architect, the question of power within genre is inevitably asked. Why has architecture been so dominantly male for centuries? Why, yet again, another male architect? And although the answer might be as simple as patriarchy, this all makes me think about the next question. Does the gender of the architect influence how we move through a space? Lately, I've been thinking a lot about the Cartesian grid. How we navigate through cities, institutions, parks, and even our own homes within the confines of this grid. Architecture as a discipline is deeply entrenched in the paradigm of Cartesian space, a grid rooted in power dynamics, control, and patriarchy. Our lives and environments are constructed within the limits of a system invented almost 400 years ago by a man, and it has rarely been questioned for prompting a rigid, rationalized view of the world that often overlooks or suppresses more fluid, natural, or subjective aspects of experience. Craig Elwood, a modern architect from the mid-20th century, presents an intriguing case. Being a self-taught architect who primarily constructed houses in California, one might theorize that Elwood, a man of high social standing, ventured into architecture on the whims of his affluent friends. Especially his friendship with John Entenza, the editor of Arts and Architecture magazine and sponsor of the case study program. Despite Elwood's designs echoing Mies van der Rohe and owing much credit to his associates, he gained recognition within the Californian Architectural Society, building several houses for the case study program, as well as the Cobley House in 1965, which was for Don Cobley, the president of Art Center at that time. Elwood's career culminated in 1976 when he finished the main building of the Art Center College of Design in Pasadena, California.
Today, when I approached Art Center, I've got goosebumps. And I feel the building belongs as much to me as it does to Art Center. And it's really part of me. And I did a hell of a job for Art Center. I really busted my tail.
The Elwood building invites numerous interpretations. I began with a personal reflection as a student and on the premises of a modern architecture lover. Aesthetically, I enjoyed this structure and its setting. Yet, it is far from a welcoming, nor is it a warm building. As we approach the school, we encounter an imposing bridge building grounded in modern architecture, although the efficiency of this bridge can be questioned. Primarily because the lower floor or basement is cut in half and there is no way to traverse it at once.
I think the impact of that bridge, when you make that turn and face the bridge and see Art Center for the first time, is really important.
Also, most classes are given in the basement, with only artificial light and the AC making us freeze because if not, the upper floors would get too warm. The open glass spaces are reserved for the high-ranking offices of school faculty, evoking thoughts of surveillance, of being observed or feeling the possibility thereof. Does this perpetual gaze enhance their productivity? Does it matter?
It's so crazy that the computer is facing this way.
Yeah, you can't see anything.
Yeah.
The scenario recalls Adolf Loos's theater box in the Muller house, where spatial relationships are manipulated through the method of the gaze. However, in the context of this building and many other modernist structures, I suspect these choices were driven purely by aesthetics rather than thoughtful consideration.
This is Cam doing a
I'm not doing anything.
going against Art Center law policies.
I'm not a student here anymore.
You're not a student, but you were. Okay, so what do you think of the Elwood building at Art Center?
I don't like the speed bumps. The length of the building is kind of stupid, I think. I feel like I'm not saying things that you can use in a video. I mean, I can see it being like a nice, maybe corporate office, like a design office, but it's not a school for sure.
Agreed.
It is said by many that Elwood's contribution to the design of Art Center College of Design was minimal and that his associates were growing tired of him. After being pushed aside, he left for Italy in 1977 to become a painter. Years later, an expansion to the Art Center building was required, and Elwood attempted to claim his right to the structure, although he was once again pushed aside by members of his studio.
And this has nothing to do, this is off the record. But I feel the building should be mine, whereas he's been talking to one of my ex-associates. And somehow I feel that, the Art Center is so much part of me.
I like this trash can.
You like the trash can?
Yeah.
That's the best part of
Art Center.
Art Center.
Art institutions themselves embody power. Despite the monetary value of our education, we remain tied to them, with few alternatives. We continue to look to them, often in strife for accreditation and stability. Institutions of higher education play a significant role in reinforcing and perpetuating class structures, shaping not only the opportunities available to individuals, but also influencing societal perceptions of worth and success. Architecture, as well, raises issues of class structures, and it starkly delineates social classes.
And I feel architecture should be an expression of the latest technology. The consciousness of truth isn't static, it's constantly unfolding. And things are changing. Technology is constantly progressing. And I think architecture, to be valid, should be an expression of the latest in technology.
Architectural spaces, seemingly benign, harbor intentions of control, whether intentionally designed as such or not. A path, as a location of movement, is directional, implying a route and goal, offering no significant alternatives, thereby exercising power. A dominant path establishes a hierarchy, constricting space, limiting movement, and choice. As we traverse these design spaces, we must remain conscious of the subtle yet profound power dynamics at play, shaping our experiences and movements, as well as our memory.